As Rahu moves into the final 4 houses of the birth chart, karma shifts from survival and desire into meaning, ambition, influence, and release. These houses no longer teach through external struggle alone. They demand psychological maturity. The soul is no longer asking, "How do I survive?" It is asking, "Why am I here?" Rahu's lessons now become subtler but more destabilizing. Belief systems are questioned, identity is magnified, attachments are exposed, and finally, the self itself begins to dissolve. These placements feel confusing because they remove certainty. But they are necessary for evolution beyond repetition. In the 9th house, Rahu disrupts inherited belief systems. Religion, philosophy, and moral frameworks inherited from family or culture no longer feel sufficient. The soul feels restless under borrowed truths. There is often attraction toward foreign ideas, unconventional teachers, or belief systems that break tradition. Rahu here teaches that truth cannot be memorized, it must be lived. Blind faith becomes dangerous, while lived experience becomes sacred. The discomfort comes from losing certainty, but wisdom grows when belief becomes experiential rather than ideological. When Rahu occupies the 10th house, ambition intensifies. Recognition, authority, and public identity become deeply important. Success may arrive suddenly, but satisfaction rarely follows. The soul is tested through status, asking whether achievement is pursued for growth or validation. Work becomes obsessive if identity is fused with success. Rahu here forces the realization that titles cannot provide meaning. True authority must come from alignment, not applause. Without awareness, burnout follows. With awareness, leadership becomes purposeful. In the 11th house, Rahu expands desire through groups, networks, and influence. The soul seeks validation through social reach, numbers, or collective approval. Friendships may feel transactional. Goals multiply, but fulfillment remains distant. Rahu teaches here that connection without contribution feels hollow. When desire is fueled only by comparison, dissatisfaction grows. Growth occurs when the soul shifts from wanting influence to offering value. Community becomes meaningful only when driven by purpose rather than hunger. Rahu in the 12th house dissolves identity itself. The soul may experience isolation, confusion, or exhaustion with worldly pursuits. Escapism, withdrawal, or spiritual longing intensifies. This placement strips attachments rather than fulfilling them. The discomfort arises because the ego has nothing left to chase. Rahu teaches surrender here not as weakness, but as release. When resistance ends, clarity emerges. This is not loss, it is preparation for liberation. The final houses often feel hollow because Rahu exposes illusions that once sustained motivation. Belief, success, influence, and escape no longer satisfy. This is not failure, it is maturation. The soul is being trained to release external anchors and develop inner alignment. Discomfort here is a sign of nearing completion, not collapse. When meaning collapses, awareness expands. Rahu does not reward unconscious pursuit. In these houses, obsession backfires quickly. The only way forward is conscious engagement. Awareness becomes the antidote to restlessness. When desire is observed rather than obeyed, Rahu transforms from a destabilizer into a guide. These final Rahu placements prepare the soul for understanding the Rahu-Ketu axis. Hunger and mastery are not enemies, they are teachers. What Rahu demands externally, Ketu dissolves internally. Together, they complete karma. If Rahu occupies these houses in your chart, life is asking for maturity, not intensity. Let go of borrowed meaning. Redefine success. Contribute rather than compare. Release rather than escape. These are advanced lessons meant to free the soul from repetition. Rahu's final lessons do not promise comfort. They promise clarity. When desire is understood, it no longer controls. When identity dissolves, truth emerges. This is the closing chapter of the Nodes of Destiny. Subscribe to Karmic Scripts. Master your map. Master your direction.